Hey guys, welcome to the lab. We're back with some more exclusive content. This is part two of my interview with Marc Menchaca. You would know him from his acting, probably from he played Russ Langmore in Netflix series Ozark. He also had some small roles in Homeland and Inside Amy Schumer and Curb Your Enthusiasm. So he's been around for a while. He's also directed his own movies, and most recently he's been in The Creator, which came out last weekend. Took home the first spot, narrowly edging out Saw 10 and the Paw Patrol movie. So really cool kind of chopping it up with him and kind of getting to know him a little bit better. And yeah, this is these are hats 2 and 3. Last week you saw hats 1 and 4. So we did the Fayetteville Astros themed hat, kind of a throwback to his upbringing in San Angelo, Texas, and the Minnesota Twins with the TC logo standing for The Creator. These two hats are pretty cool. So you'll see a hat that's kind of based loosely on him moving away from Texas to start his career as an actor in New York. And then another one, we will kind of highlight his relationship with the band, the Lone Bellow. So that was pretty cool that we were able to do that. So the Lone Bellow was there for him for his engagement and wedding. So they popped up when he engaged to fellow actor Lena Headey. So you would know her as Cersei Lannister from the Game of Thrones series. They recently got married, I think, back last October of last year in Italy. So yeah, it was pretty cool that he was able to pay homage to that band. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Thank you again to our sponsor, Pro Image Sports Colorado. And make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll be here to recap the end of the video. So hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, part 2 of my interview with Marc Menchaca. Enjoy.
All right, so hat 2. Where's my notes? Hat 2. This one's going to be based a little bit about your moving away from home. So you had moved away from home and into Brooklyn, New York City kind of area. And tell us a little bit about moving away and how hard was it for you to kind of get adjusted? New York City is a little bit different than where you're from. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, it was kind of twofold moving away. One was leaving my family, which, you know, that's part of life. You do that. But I love my mom and dad very much. And first time I'd ever seen my dad really cry pretty hard was the day I packed up and I'd driven from Austin. I stayed the night with them, and when I was leaving, I was surprised when I was hugging my mom and I turned around. My dad was about 6 feet deep in tears, and also when I lived in Austin, and I'd done a couple acting jobs down there. I was just trying to figure out how to do it, and got a job here and there on a couple of movies, very small parts, and but my side gig in Austin was, I shouldn't say my side gig, it was kind of my gig. I took care of a guy that has cerebral palsy, and I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause, I was with him 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And, 'cause I was with him for almost 4 years, pretty solidly. I mean, when I say solidly, like, I mean, I was there, most days of the week,
Yeah.
for a long time. And so leaving that was really hard for me. I don't know if there was a codependency or what, but we just developed a really strong relationship, which is what I ended up was the impetus for this film that I wrote and directed. And then, but getting to New York, I remember I came up in the summer of my sophomore year to go do like an intensive at this studio. And my parents came up with me to, get me moved in and settled and whatnot. And, all these years later, I remember my mom's always said, she said, the second you stepped out of that cab and I saw you look up, I knew you were home. And that was, it was kind of the truth. When I got to New York, I kind of felt like I was where I needed to be.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the reality of it, of like paying my rent and going to class and everything, that was a different story. I, had to get a job waiting tables, which isn't that easy. It should be easier in New York, but it was a period of my life where it was just like everything was nonstop. It was like going to work, going to class, running around town, dropping off headshots, studying for, doing work for class and whatnot. I still there's many days that I wish I could go back to doing that. I just remember the thrill of like not knowing what was going to happen the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of my experience. It was hard leaving home, but, a very exciting move. And then also, just like pounding the pavement and trying to not get kicked out of my apartment, basically.
Yeah. It's like every month that nut kind of has to reset and you have to do it all over again. Sometimes, sometimes there's too much month and not enough to get through it. So I can definitely relate to that. But you spent a lot of time, I guess, in Brooklyn. So we're kind of deciding what we want to do there, right? This is going to be a Brooklyn hat.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me pull up a couple options for you. One sec here. So we're back to a blank canvas already. So here's some different Brooklyn scripts. Let me pull up some options so you can kind of pick and choose what you want. There's those ones, and then there's these ones. Brooklyn. There's a lot of options here for you. Some of them are going to repeat, but there's that simple kind of Brooklyn arched word mark, kind of what Spike Lee used to wear on that little biker hat he has, or there's like more of a script. So something like with Jackie Robinson, Duke Schneider, some of those players would wear on their jersey. And then there's all the different like regular Brooklyn bees that you could potentially do as well. I don't know if you're into those ones. So here's like the different bees you could do to represent the different borough. The borough of Brooklyn.
I kind of like the one of those top two.
Okay. So this is pretty much the same here.
That, that top one up there.
All right.
Where are you at?
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, you're in Toronto.
Yeah. Canadian.
I love it up there.
Yeah, it's awesome. Most people who haven't seen it don't know much about it, but yeah.
I was up there quite a bit last year.
That's awesome.
I live down like Queen West.
Okay, yeah, like right downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to what's that street, that road that has a bunch of stuff on it? Has Sweaty Betty's, Paris, Union Cafe.
Ossington?
Yeah, Ozark.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's right down there. Everything's walking distance if you're staying.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed being able to walk wherever we went.
Mm-hmm. So we can do the 55. This one's really old looking. This is like an old press pin that they turned into a side logo.
I like that.
Yeah. Like a lot of the old World Series stuff, they're all old they're old press pins. So like the press would have them and that would kind of be like their ID marker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to get into like places. Yeah. So then the other option would be this one. So it's got, I believe it's got the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. So it's this one. We'll move this out of the way. So those are two of your options. So the 55 or the press pin looking one.
I kind of like the press pin looking one.
All right, let's do it. All right. And how did you want to color this hat?
I wouldn't mind it if we did similar to this, like black and yellow.
Okay, like a black and not like a gold or yellow. More of a. Hold on, let me make this big again. Okay. Yeah, that's easy. All right. Is there like a shine to that gold? Would you say?
Not really. It's
No?
kind of matte.
It's kind of like a flat. Okay, cool. All right, let's do that. So, black. You never have enough black hats.
No, I love black hat.
Yeah. And then
That's the only reason I bought this hat. I was in Venice Beach.
Uh-huh.
And I forget what it was, but for some reason I just got it in my head. I was like, I want a black hat.
Nice.
And I went down the street and first store I walked into had this hat, and I was like, I'm getting the black hat. That's it. That's the black hat. And now
there you go.
One that I wear all the time.
Do you want the undervisor to be a different color? We can go gray, green. Your other one was, I believe it was green. So
green. Let's do gray.
Yeah, let's do gray. All right. And the sweatband. Do you care what color it is? If it's white or black? Most people, if you're gonna wear it a lot, I would suggest it to be black. That way, it won't change color.
You would suggest black?
Black, yeah. Because that way, it won't change that that muddy yellow color that they all eventually turn into if you wear them a lot. All right, and then so you're Brooklyn. Let me pull some golds for you. All right, here you go. So here. So this Cheviot is like a flat kind of gold. These are more like a yellowish gold, like a Pittsburgh Pirate would use.
Yeah.
And then there's like more shiny ones. So these ones are more metallic.
I like that brass.
The brass? Yeah, we can stick with the brass. So brass. Yeah. Okay, we can stick with brass. Let's see what it looks like against the black. And then this guy. Do you want to change any of the colors here?
I mean, you keep it pretty uniform and make it black with a yellow bee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Refill system.
So it look like that.
I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. All right.
Can you change the? Could you do the? Oh gosh, I feel like an idiot. What the baseball?
The seams?
thread.
The seams on the ball?
Yeah, the seams is yellow.
Yeah, we could try that.
I don't know. You tell me, Leon.
I'm liking how it comes. I'm liking it. I'm liking how it comes out.
I mean, it's simple, but
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah, I like it. As a Toronto guy and a Leaf fan, this screams a little bit Boston Bruins a little bit, but you know, it's small enough that most people aren't going to notice. The Brooklyn part, nice and gold arches. I like it. I like it. And then here at the back, we could leave it blank, or we put the MLB logo. So this guy. Sometimes on classic, like really old hats, it looks better when it's blank, but it's up to you. So this would be at the back of it. And we can change the thread colors and everything. So it's your call.
Do they have to be different colors? The red and
we could change that. We can change that. So you can make it the yellow from the brass. Oops. You can make it the brass. We can make him black. We can reverse it where he's black on the inside and then yellow. Let me zoom in for you. Yeah, there's a lot of like however you want to color it, we can color it.
Yeah, I like that. I like the black and the yellow like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a smooth one. I like it. It's nice, simple, to the point. Let me change this bit to black. Yeah, it's a good everyday kind of wear, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to lock this in if you are.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hat 2. We're moving along.
Let's do. Can we do Lone Bellow first?
Yeah, no problem. So we have 2 options for the Lone Bellow. So the LB logo, there's Long Beach State University. So their logo looks like this. And then the Louisville Bats will have a logo like this. So both have an LB to it.
I like this. I like the Long Beach.
Okay.
Logo.
All right. And then for them, you have a you have like a pretty storied past with them, right? So, how did you become friends with the band? I noticed that there's kind of like a viral video of you dancing in one of their um, music videos. How did you become involved with them?
I mean, I met Zach, who formed Lone Bellow. I met him in probably 2005 or six, when a friend of mine had invited me down to Rockwood Music Hall to listen to this guy that he knew, who was Zach, and he was one of the he's just one of the most exciting people for me to watch sing because of how deeply committed he is in his songs and the writing and the performing, and I never left a show without a smile 10 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept going to listen to him, and Zach and I ended up becoming friends. And then, at the time he was he had a different band, and then he'd play solo some, and then eventually he formed the Lone Bellow, and I became friends with the three of them, and their drummer. They've had a couple of drummers that I've become friends with, and then they came out to my engagement and played, kind of appeared out of the desert in Joshua Tree to play this song that my wife and I love, and they played at our wedding, and so they've just become dear friends over the years. And it was one of those things that came out of deep admiration and respect and joy of watching them, that became like very solid friendships. And then they were silly enough to ask me to do a video for them one time, and then now I pay the price anytime I go because they always have me come up on stage and dance to this song. The ironic thing is that I have no dance moves, but I just kind of, I kind of, my body just kind of flails around, and, but I have fun. I have fun doing it. So, anyways, that's how I met Zach and Brian and Kaneen, and, yeah. And I went on tour with them for a couple weeks one time, just got on the bus, and I didn't have anything to do. And, I try to catch those shows anytime I'm in a 200-mile radius of them,
No,
or
awesome.
if I'm within like a 4-hour flight, we're gonna go see them in Colorado in January, no matter where we are. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we could do something to kind of pay tribute to your friendship to this band and kind of go from there. Do you have any idea on how you wanted to color the hat? Is there any meaningful colors?
well, in that video, I do have, we went and did a little wardrobe shopping right before.
Mm,
I doubt you can see it. I think it was more on the back, but it was kind of this like blue satin jacket, and on the back it was written in yellow. So I think if we did a blue and a yellow, just as a token of appreciation
Yeah.
to that wonderful jacket that made it through 40 years or so. There you go.
All right.
And I've got a hat on in that video. Weird.
Yeah, a red hat. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let me see if I can get a good view of the front. I'm silently scrolling. Yeah, yeah, you're just rocking out, just grooving.
Oh yeah.
It's funny, man. You got a little jig in there. All right. I never can get.
And that was there was no choreography to that. We basically just showed up in Nashville, and they got Broadway from like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we got down there around like 3:30 in the morning. Luckily, the bars had just let out, and they had sent water trucks down the street, so we got that great light with the bouncing off the freshly watered streets. It was kind of if we didn't have the budget to pay for that. It just kind of happened, and then they turned the music on and they were like, dance, and then we did that through Nashville for I don't know 8 to 10 hours, and
Yeah.
it somehow turned out to be a pretty good video.
I can't quite make out what the front hat is, but
Dude, if the shirt is a POWMIA shirt.
Yeah.
If I could remember what that hat said, I would definitely tell you, but I have no recollection of what that was.
All right, cool. Let's find the right blues, because this blue is like a royal with the gold, almost like a Golden State Warriors colorway almost.
Yeah.
Laney University, I'm thinking of too. And let's do some color matching. But yeah, it's a fun video. I think they got me introduced to them for sure. Really good music. So let me pull it. So these might be too bright.
Leon, if they're ever next time they play in Toronto, let me know, and I'll get you tickets for the show. And
that's a promise. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're such a good band live. I saw them there last year when I was up there.
Yeah, the good thing about Toronto now is we're starting to get, because we used to get skipped a lot for a lot of the tours and stuff like that, but now most major bands and recording artists don't skip Toronto, so that's good. So it might be either this dark royal or majestic blue right here. Light royal might do the trick too. So this color right here.
Yeah.
That might do it. Let me isolate the ones that are closest to it. And then dark royal. Dark royal is kind of close to like what the Dodgers would wear. That might be a little bit too dark. I don't think they're these ones. I think it's between these two. Majestic blue, dark royal, or light royal. Let me try to get you in the light here. That's the night shot. It is a bit darker though. There you go. This is right before your wipeout on the grass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think we're at dark royal. Majestic blue could work too.
I think maybe the majestic.
All right. So there's that. Funny enough, I guess their name is the Dirtbags. I don't know how a university could become Long Beach State Dirtbags. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So this is their script. So you can either do.
I mean, it kind of works with it kind of works just with the
LB.
I'm just with the relationship between Zach and I and Kaneen and Brian. Dirtbag stuff.
The Dirtbags, yeah.
There's something poetic about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So
what's the other one?
Well, your option would be to do the Dirtbags at the front with the LB at the side, kind of like that, or you just do the LB at the front with the Dirtbags at the back.
Yeah, let's do the LB on the front.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so like this is what it would look like at the front, and then the Dirtbags would just be that little script at the back.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's do the majestic blue. Let's pull that. Do you want to use the red hat and the red from the hat? Anywhere we can put it as the button. We can leave the red off.
I don't know. The button's kind of fitting. Let's try the button. See how it works.
So it'd just be like this little red button. Just a little touch of red. Throw back to the video. And then the LB.
What do you think? You think it'd be weird if we did the front blue and the back yellow?
No, I don't think so.
And then the LB yellow.
I can.
I don't know. Maybe just see what it looks like.
Yeah, I can mock it up for you. So the blue here, and then the back yellow.
Well, no, keep the button red.
Keep the button red. All right.
I don't know. Does that look weird?
It doesn't look too bad. I like the bit of red to throw back to the video a little bit. So this would be kind of the split panel, and then this would be all blue.
Let's put the LB on there like that in the yellow.
All right.
Let's see what that looks like. That the yellow in the back may be too busy.
And you have a preference for the ender visor here?
What are our choices?
Pretty much any color under the rainbow. So most people stick to gray or green.
Let's do.
Most people stick to gray or green, but it could be any color you want. We could pull the red. We could do like a lighter blue because you're wearing like a denim.
Yeah, let's try a lighter blue.
Yeah. Let's get you some blue options. So like these kind of like sky blue, almost like a denim color almost.
I like that sky blue.
Sky blue? Yeah.
I'm not saying that just because you said that, but it was the first one that caught my eye.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the name.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color. The sky blue. Kind of like a UCLA The Rangers use the sky blue. Houston Oilers are going back to sky blue. Yeah. So it'd be like that. And then we would get the dirt bags. Kind of just how it is. And just put it at the back. I don't know how a team could be named the dirt bags, but I kind of like it.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. I always thought it was a glitch anytime people would come out with a Long Beach State hat and it just says dirt bags at the front. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, it would look like that. The other option would be to put it on this side here, and keep the back clean. So, be your call.
No, I think put it at the back.
Put it back? All right. Oops. Yeah, I think this is a pretty hat.
I like it.
All right. We ready to lock this in?
Let's lock it in.
All right, perfect. We're just flying through now.
And we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. It was really cool to kind of chop it up with Marc. Really appreciative of him lending me his time and kind of spending some time in the lab with me. These 4 hats are pretty much now in production now, so you'll see them in the coming months. But yeah, just to kind of recap, we did the first hat. It was the Fayetteville to kind of pay homage to him leaving home and moving to Brooklyn to become an actor. The second hat we did is for The Creator, the movie that just came out last weekend. Sci-fi, AI kind of movie. He plays a policeman in that role. The third hat we did is the Brooklyn hat, the Brooklyn script. It pays homage to him leaving home to pursue his dream to become an actor. And the last hat you saw us make was the LB, so the Long Beach State hat, kind of paying homage to his relationship to the Lone Bellow, which is a band that he's really close to. He was in a viral video dancing in Nashville, so if you guys get a chance, check that video out. But yeah, can't thank Marc enough for spending some time with me in the lab, and hopefully we'll have something for him to wear really, really soon, and for you guys to purchase as well. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the hats we designed. Would you have done anything differently? If you guys like the designs or not. But yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, like the video if you get a chance, and yeah, shout out to our sponsor, Pro Image Sports Colorado. Big shout out to them for sponsoring this episode and putting those hats into production. So until next time, I'm Leon, and I'm signing out. Stay fitted. Peace.
Thank you.